Hey, so I've recently taken a Hyaluron course. I feel they haven't educated me enough. I've had to do a lot of my own research, look into my own information, and I found there wasn't a lot of information out there for us. So I've decided to make a video about location, where can we put the filler. So the filler sites. I'm gonna mark little red X's wherever we can do it, try to explain the best I can. And once you have your filler into your injection, you can analyze the face. A lot of people love to do the lips, so let's start with the lips. So this has to be 1/3 to 2/3, okay? 1/3 from the nose, 2/3 to the top of the lip, 2/3 from the bottom of the lower lip down to the chin. When you want to just inject, if somebody doesn't have very much pout, this pout that sticks out, you can inject right into the center. I always start with the center because you can always work your way in and then see how much you want to add. In the center, I always use the Hyaluron Pen going up into the lip from the border, okay? And you're going to inject upwards along the lip line. And again, here, 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 and here. That's where I begin. Now again, doing the same thing from the top. I avoid the center. I can always add later. I start by doing the peak, your little cupid bow. Going now, we're on the top lip. So when you're on the bottom, you're injecting from the lip line towards the face. Now when you're going to the top, you're gonna hold your pen downwards, starting at the lip line into the lip, going down. So I start there, then I take it to the next section. These are the spots I like to get to make it look fuller. Okay, so this is basically the beginning. You're gonna have 5 injection sites on the bottom lip and 4 on the top. Once you get to that point, you have to be a little creative in your own mind. Look at the person's face. I think my lighting's not the greatest here, so let me just put on a little light. I want you guys to see it good. Okay, I think that's better. So you're gonna analyze the person's face and see what they need. Personally, I love to continue on to the corner just a little bit right there on the edges of the lip. This is if you want to extend the lip a little wider. It's going to bring out the lips. Now when I'm injecting, I like to do 0.03 here. I like to do 2, 2, 1. So 2, 2, 1. These are the milliliters I'm talking about now, not 0.3, 0.2. Okay, not a full 3. You want to just put a little bit at a time. You can always add later. Same thing on the top. Up here, I like to begin with 2. 2. Again, 2, 2. And in the corners, 1, 1. Don't forget, the 1 is a 0.01. The 3 is a 0.03. Okay? All right, so. Okay, so that's how you're going to inject to get more of a pout, a border on the lip line. Everybody likes to have a little pout. So now, if you feel that there's not enough volume in the lip, and the lip line is now out, but the volume is not there in the center of the lip, because we like to have a little bit of a pout coming out. When you want to make the lip look fuller, more volumey, you're going to go onto the waterline, which is right, if you just hold this, and it's right in between the area of where your lips are wet to dry, okay? So what you're going to do, similar technique, you're going to follow as if you're going from the top for this one though. Okay, so bottom lip pointing down. Here, 1 injection. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, along the waterline of your lip. And again, on the top, I like to go in between. I always, of course, do the center, the sides, and then the outer corner. On the top, this one, I like to do one right in the center there so that it brings out that pout of the outer line you just did. Okay, so 1 in the center, and then I go between 2, 3, 4, 5. The one on the upper waterline, you're going to be pointing your injector upwards, okay, into the lip. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so when you're working on the borders, when you're up, you're going down. The waterline, you're going from down to up. Same thing for the bottom. Lip line is up, waterline is down. Now we're going to move on to the 11s. Most people have slight lines in the face. You go according to what they have, and you fill, you fill, you fill, 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 fill. This will be 0.01 at a time. Okay, same for this side. Anytime I'm injecting anywhere other than the lips, I like to do 0.1 or 0.02 because you can take it slower. You don't want to have bubbles on the face. If you do get bubbles on your lips, it's going to even out, so you don't have to worry about it too much. So you have your 11s. Another place we can inject to give volume to the brow. I like to inject there. Just gives you a little bit of a lift. Volume. A lot of people have forehead lines. Again, 0.01 inject, about 3/4 of an inch apart. Okay. You have to massage the area, make sure it doesn't get too bumpy. If there is slight bumps, it will usually go away between 2 to 3 days. They might have a little bit of swelling, that's normal. Okay, here's the next section. Right into the marionette lines. People like to inject that. We lose a lot of collagen and hyaluronic acid as we get older. Here, this area here, I like to do 0.1, like I said before, in the face. You can go onto the lines down here if they like. Some people have the marionette lines from the mouth coming down. You can inject there. Same thing, 0.1. Take it one spot at a time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Another place you can inject is along the chin. A lot of people lose volume in the chin as we get older. This area here. You can inject the jawline. Going down. Here you can use 1 to 2, depending on how much experience you have, the person's face, the elasticity of their skin. Another place you can inject is the cheekbone. When you're injecting the cheekbone, you want to go from the corner of the eyebrow straight down to the cheekbone, and you will inject in that spot. You're going to go from the corner of your eye straight down to the cheekbone. Inject. Right from the outer part of the color of your eye to the cheekbone. Inject. This will enhance your cheekbones. Right under the eye, color. So don't forget, now you're going to have to go from there, from there, from there. That's how you're going to mark your spots. When you're doing crow's feet, you're going to look at the eye, the angles of the filler. Sometimes doing this here helps doing your eyebrow and your cheekbone. Spread this out and you don't need so much. Okay, so you're going to do, if you have to add around here, you really don't want to go into the soft part of the eye. Make sure you keep it on the outer parts where your bones, you can feel the structure of the face. You want to stick into those areas. You don't want to be too close to soft tissues. Now, there's controversy about the under eye, the tear through. Tear through is very sensitive skin. We have a lot of vessels. We don't want anyone to have blueness around the eyes. Swelling and bruising is common, but that should only last 2 to 3 days. Under the eye, you're going to do again 0.01 each injection because you want to take it slow. You're going to right under the softness. So the hollowness is here. You're going to do right on the rougher part of the skin. Don't go into where it's sensitive right here. This you don't want to touch. I'm going to put in a darker red. You do not want to touch this. Okay. You don't want to go into the temple area either. It's very sensitive. And I think that's covered mostly where we can inject. Some people could, I would inject a little bit on the brow bone too. You can do that. Some people tip of the nose, they have a indent. You can correct that. If somebody has an uneven bridge, you can inject into the bridge of the nose in any area that's needed. And from there on, you just kind of analyze the person's face, see where they need. In general, your face should be wide, down, slimmer into a triangle effect to the chin. Okay? As we get older, the face rounds out and loses density. It rounds out because of the loss of collagen in the chin, the cheeks, the jawbone. It all goes together. So just go by your client's skin. You have to analyze, mark out the places you want to inject before you start. That way you don't get lost in what you're doing. And I hope this video helped because I didn't find too much information out there about it. If you have any questions, just subscribe and comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.